Hello, my name is R. Blank, and I run SYB. Inspired by the work of my father, Dr. Martin Blank, one of the world's leading EMF scientists, it's my company's mission to make technology safer for you to use and enjoy. Today, I'm going to explain EMF radiation. And if you like this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. What is EMF radiation? You hear the term all the time these days, and a lot of people are very worried about it. But a lot of people also don't understand what EMF radiation actually is. So that's what this video is about. So let's get started. EMF stands for electromagnetic fields. It's also known as electromagnetic radiation, or EMR. EMF and EMR are the same thing. In a nutshell, EMF radiation is a type of energy that exists in various forms all around us. Some forms of EMF are natural, like sunlight. Others are human-made, like microwaves and X-rays. You can also think of any modern device as being a source of EMF radiation. All electrical devices, like power lines and appliances, emit EMF, as do all wireless devices, like cell phones and Wi-Fi. As the word electromagnetic suggests, EMF is made up of two forces, electricity and magnetism. Let's look at both in some simple terms. All matter is made of atoms, and all atoms have electrons. Electrons have a negative charge. Electricity happens when electrons flow as atoms gain and lose those electrons. Lightning is a natural example of this flow. Batteries and power plants are human-made examples. Magnetism is a force that allows objects to attract and repel each other. Objects with magnetism are called magnets, just like those little guys we hang in our refrigerator. The place where two magnets interact is called a magnetic field. The Earth itself has a magnetic field. That's why the magnetic needle in a compass can be drawn to point north. Electricity and magnetism combined create electromagnetism. How does this happen? When electricity flows in a current, it generates a magnetic field. So for example, when electricity flows through a wire, it is always accompanied by a magnetic field around that wire. The magnetic fields that result from the flow of electricity are called electromagnetic fields, or EMF. So now we've learned that when electricity flows, it creates a magnetic field, and that this is why everything that runs on electricity is a source of EMF radiation. But electrical appliances aren't the only things that emit electromagnetic radiation. Now, as I just said a minute ago, a little bit of EMF is natural, like what we get from sunlight, or from lightning, or the Earth's magnetic field. Human-made EMF is also emitted by all modern technology. That includes power lines, anything that runs on power, and any device that sends a wireless signal. These are all sources of EMF that don't occur in nature. So what that means is, over the last 140 years, since the invention of the light bulb, the amount of human-made EMF in our environments has exploded. By some estimates, in today's cities, people are exposed to EMF levels in the environment that are more than 1 trillion times higher than what are found in nature. Natural and human-made aren't the only ways to categorize different types of EMF. To understand this in more depth, we can also look at different frequencies and where they sit on what is called the electromagnetic spectrum. Different types of EMF have different frequencies. That means they vibrate at a different speed. To understand this, imagine electromagnetic fields as waves. The length of the wave determines its frequency. The shorter the wave, the higher the frequency. And the longer the wave, the lower the frequency. Frequency is measured in units called hertz, which is something you've probably heard of before. We use hertz all the time, like a 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi router, which is called that because it communicates by emitting EMF radiation at a frequency of 2.4 gigahertz. Or for those of you who have listened to FM radio, if you listen to 88.9 FM, for example, that station is broadcasting EMF radiation at a frequency of 88.9 megahertz. All the different frequencies of EMF are represented on what we call the electromagnetic spectrum. As you can see, the spectrum is very large. In the middle, we have natural light from the sun. Everything to the right of the sun on this spectrum is called ionizing EMF radiation. Because it has so much energy, it can knock electrons loose from atoms. This includes forces like X-rays and gamma rays. And everyone knows this is an incredibly harmful force, even at very small doses. Everything to the left of the sun in this spectrum is called non-ionizing EMF radiation. And it's called that because it has less energy and cannot ionize atoms by knocking electrons loose. This includes forces like radio waves and microwaves. This is the type of EMF radiation emitted by modern technology. Just because it's non-ionizing does not mean it's safe. Quite the contrary. In fact, there is a large and growing body of tens of thousands of scientific studies demonstrating a wide range of negative health effects. So that's what EMF radiation is. And if you're interested in learning more about EMF radiation and what it's doing to you and your health, and more importantly, what you can do about it, come check out all the free information and resources I have posted at shieldyourbody.com. Thank you.